So I sit down with Daniel and tell him like, hey, just moved to the area. I would love to do a Cars and Coffee here with you being the caffeine supplier, and the rest is history. Hey guys, I'm Basiorka, and I started new Lenox Cars and Coffee. So the reason that I wanted to do this is this has gone back for quite some time. I've always been into cars and the car scene and being around people. So I always thought it'd be cool to be a part of an event or put something on to give back to the community. So in 2019, my wife and I moved to New Lenox. I was out of the car world for a little bit because my fun car was broken, and I just miss being around car people and doing car things. So when we moved to New Lenox, I wanted to get involved in the community and get back into the car world. So I decided that I was going to start a Cars and Coffee. There wasn't many in this area. Most of them were up north. So I thought it'd be cool to be close to home and also bring a cool event to this part of the world. So I did some research. Nothing against the bigger established coffee world, but I wanted to support a local business, somebody that was a local coffee shop. So doing some research online and enter Gost Coffee. I saw that there was a local roastery in New Lenox, so I reached out to Daniel, who is the owner of Gost, and asked him if I can come in and meet with him. I had an idea that I wanted to run past him. So I sit down with Daniel and tell him like, hey, just moved to the area. I would love to do a Cars and Coffee here with you being the caffeine supplier, and the rest is history. So we talked. This was the end of 2019, maybe November-ish, October. And we were planning on the beginning of spring, March or April, to do the kind of the first event. And we all know what happened in March of 2020.
Public gatherings banned.
Working from home is...
Our plans got a little bit shifted. So we talked and we took a break and weren't going to start the show yet. And then come May, I reached out to Dan again, and we kind of talked that we should just give it a go. It's outdoors. People can, come if they'd like or not. So we did a few kind of unofficial Cars and Coffee events. I kind of begged some friends to come out, and May of 2020 was the first ever New Lenox Cars and Coffee event. I want to say we had 5 or 6 cars show up. And then from there, it just steadily grew. In the beginning, with there being limited cars that would come, I had more time to talk to everybody that was there and also get some photo and video of all the cars. So after the event, I would go home, edit all the footage, put together a nice little recap video that I would, share on Facebook or onto YouTube to kind of show and document the beginning of the show. And I think between doing that and talking with everybody and thanking them for coming and, Gost having delicious coffee, the event started to catch like wildfire, which was really surprising because, in 2020, the world was outdoors and polite. We ended up growing to 60 plus cars by the end of the year. Fast forward to season 4 start. I mean, we will fill up the entire lot. It's awesome to see. There's so many mix of cars. One of the great things that I love about this event is that there is such a mix of ages and people and cars. We have everything from imports to domestics to European cars to some exotic cars that come, people that have track builds, whether it's a drag setup or a road racing setup. people that have bought cars brand new in the 60s that still own them, people that have, rare cars, to, kids with their first car that they love. So the mix of people and cars that come to this is awesome. And because this event has grown, I was thinking that it would be nice to give back to the community. So we've done things now. This would be our 4th year of doing a toy drive at the end of the year. Our season ender is a toy drive, and this will be our 4th year doing that. This will be the 3rd year of doing a food drive. I've now partnered with a local food bank over here that will be on site, and they thank everybody. They collect the food, and they disperse it to people in need in the Will County area. One of our biggest events, and one of my very favorite events, is towards the end of the season. It's our trunk or treat event. The first year that we do this, I have to credit my wife. This was actually her idea. We weren't sure if the towns or New Lenox or the surrounding towns were going to do trick or treating because of 2020. So we decided that we were going to do a trunk or treat for the kids, because I felt, the kids deserve to get some candy on Halloween. So that event has grown. Last year, there probably had to be 400 plus people that showed up to that event. It was awesome. The kids love it. All the people decorate their cars and pass out candy. My wife sets up a backdrop. We do family photos for everybody. It's a great time. This year, we have some things sort of in the works. I'd love to do a few other events outside of a Cars and Coffee. So I don't want to give too much away, but there might be some fun things planned for the rest of the year. So stay tuned for that. Might drop some hints on there, but one hint I will give you is it may involve a racetrack. So stay tuned for that part.